Good evening and welcome again to L2L Coffeehouse Concerts, Listening to Lent. We're glad you're here and we're glad that you have chosen to participate in this wonderful time of music. Tonight is going to be a special night. Eman Chalshotori, a cellist that has played at Holmeswood, and his accompanist Melody Stroth will bring a wonderful variety of music tonight. I know you'll enjoy it, and we're glad you're here. Please share this with your friends. And now, Melody and Eman, listening to Lent.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for having us. Special thanks to Alan York for inviting us. I've had the pleasure of playing at Holmeswood a couple of times, and I'm so happy to be able to bring and share some wonderful music with you all today. Extra special thanks to my pianist Melody Stroth for helping me out. The first piece that we played for you is Scarborough Fair. And the arrangement was created by Stephen Hogue. Stephen created this arrangement for the incredible Yo-Yo Ma for Yo-Yo's latest album, Songs of Comfort and Hope. And Melody, who is always looking for new music for us to play, was so great and emailed Stephen, and he was so kind enough to let us play the arrangement, so I'm really excited that we got to share it with you today. Just a tidbit about Scarborough Fair. I know that piece from the Simon and Garfunkel song, but what I didn't know is that the lyrics of Scarborough Fair actually date back all the way to like the early 1600s, like 1630, 1650, and that blew my mind. I just thought that, oh my God, like, I thought they wrote it, but apparently some English and or Scottish people back in the 1600s wrote it. So I thought that was pretty cool. I just wanted to share that with you. The next piece that we're going to play is called Moscow Nights, and it was written by Russian composer Vasily Solovyov-Sadoy. It was written in 1955, and he wrote it for a movie. I don't know what the title of the movie was, but apparently the movie didn't do very well, but the music everybody loved, so much so that like state-run radio organizations would play it for like sort of like news radio on the hour, every hour, something for like maybe like a decade or two. So it just became super popular among the Russian people, and then sort of made its way here through some like lesser known jazz organizations, jazz groups. Stephen also made this arrangement for Yo-Yo's album, but what I personally find interesting as a cellist is that he uses motives from Rachmaninoff's cello sonata, the third movement specifically, which is sort of this beautiful wash of E flat major, but it's really cool that he kind of put it together with this sort of Russian theme. Yeah, I really hope you enjoy it.
everyone. My name is Stroth, and I'm the lucky gal that gets to play with Eman. Thanks for having us. In the 1970s, a long time ago, I had this fascination with Jimmy Webb. I'm from Oklahoma, Jimmy's from Oklahoma, Eman's from Oklahoma. And when I was in college at Oklahoma Baptist University, Jimmy came to do a recording with Art Garfunkel and the OBU Chorale. Unfortunately, I was in a different singing group and didn't get to participate in that, but I heard about it from my buddies. I loved his songs, not so much his voice, but his songs. But luckily, most of his pieces are sung by other people. A couple of my favorites have always been The Moon's a Harsh Mistress and All I Know. Linda Ronstadt recorded The Moon is a Harsh Mistress. And by the way, it's The Moon's a Harsh Mistress, not a witness. For some reason, people want to Google The Moon's a Harsh Witness. That's not it. Anyway. But then I fell in love with the version of The Moon's a Harsh Mistress by Pat Metheny. Look it up. It's really cool. Art Garfunkel does All I Know. I love that version. Recently, I talked Tracy Eisenagel, a friend of ours, into arranging these two pieces for us. He also arranged one track on our Winterlude CD. Tracy had a great observation. How does a guy who writes the best lyric on the planet, from Wichita Lineman, I need you more than want you, and I want you for all time, also come up with the worst lyric on the planet? That's that MacArthur Park, someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, you know, the rest of that. Speaking of lyrics, in case you're not familiar with All I Know, all you need to know is the tag at the end, I love you, and that's all I know. I love these two arrangements, and I'm pleased that I talked Tracy into doing them for us. I hope you enjoy.
So the next piece we're going to play for you is by the French composer Gabriel Fauré. It's a song originally for voice and piano, but has been sort of arranged for many different instruments over the years. And this particular cello arrangement, I grew up having learned and knowing through music circles, so I'm so in love with it and really excited to play for you. The piece is called Après un rêve. It's sort of translated means after a dream, and it's this originally supposed to be about someone dreaming about their love and it being just so beautiful and such a wonderful dream, and then sort of waking up from that dream and wishing that you could be back in that dream. Sometimes, if we had the lyrics, it would be a little more about like, your like love, your significant other kind of love, or a passionate kind of love, I think is what I was trying to say. But I think the thing that I love about not having the lyrics is you just sort of have the music, and the music itself, I think, just has this really beautiful melancholy and passion and emotion that doesn't necessarily read like, amour, but it's really, I think, sort of touching, and I think just has a really beautiful sense about it, and I really hope you enjoy it.
Our last two pieces are special in different ways. Mark Hayes is a buddy of mine. I'm sure you all know his compositions and arrangements. I was privileged to play for his 250 voice choir in Carnegie Hall in December, right before COVID hit. It was a thrill of a lifetime. I heard him perform this improvisation on Oh Wally Wally with another cellist that we know, Sasha Groshine, several times. and I kept begging him to write it out for me, the silly girl who can only read music and not really improvise much. I asked enough times, and he finally did it after 3 or 4 years, and this is the piece that he wrote and dedicated to us, which is so sweet. Most people might associate this hymn tune with "The Water is Wide." Mark also did an anthem, one of my favorites in the whole wide world, that uses this tune with the words of Amazing Grace. I'm so incredibly grateful that he wrote it out for silly readers like me, and I hope you enjoy it. We'll end the program with "He's Got the Whole World in His Hands." The arranger on this is Margaret Bonds. I first came to know Margaret Bonds as a composer of Troubled Water, a fabulous piano piece that I've taught a couple of times. Margaret Bonds was an American composer, pianist, arranger, and teacher. One of the first Black composers and performers to gain recognition in the United States, she's best remembered today for her popular arrangements of African American spirituals and frequent collaborations with Langston Hughes, one of my favorite poets. Thanks for asking Eman, who in turn asked me to play for you today.
So for our last piece, I'm changing the order up a little bit. Sorry, Melody, I didn't tell you. I really wanted to put this piece last. I've played this at Holmeswood before. It's a lovely arrangement, and I really want to dedicate it to really to the 500,000 plus people who've lost their lives to COVID-19. I want to dedicate it to all the families who have lost loved ones during the pandemic, and I just want to offer it as a blessing to everybody. I hope that you all hold your loved ones a little bit tighter, and I hope that we all find just a better appreciation for each other now and to forever, really. So thank you again so much for having us. Thanks, Alan. Thank you, Holmeswood. And I hope you all have the best day, and I hope you all have the best lives. And here's Abide With Me.
What a wonderful time together through listening to wonderful music. Thank you, Eman. Thank you, Melody, for bringing us closer to understanding the beauty of the Lenten season as it leads toward Easter. We hope you'll join us again next week as we have another one of these concerts, and we're glad you were here tonight. Good night.